We are about to embark on a journey of a lifetime, adventuring through pictured rocks in a way that no one has before.
Look at that brookie. One slip and it's over. Felt like Indiana Jones. Wow. We hiked 20 miles today. It's a concern now. This is insane. Don't look down. This is living.
How did we get here? It starts now.
Welcome to my channel. My name is Zach, and you are embarking on a journey of a lifetime, through a lifetime with me. I'm going to be traveling across America's most beautiful places and documenting all of it and bringing you along. And in this video, we're starting pretty close to home. I'm from Michigan, so we are going to Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore, and I am bringing no food with me. I am relying completely on brook trout to catch and eat, catch and cook on the video. It's gonna be awesome. I'm super pumped. We have about 2.5 hours left to get to Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore, which is in Munising, Michigan. It's a beautiful small town. I've always had a passion for the outdoors and kind of a longing to go experience and see what I was missing out there. And after graduating college, I took a road trip across the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and that's where my love for backpacking started. We are gonna experience some awesome things on this channel, and I'm super pumped to bring you guys along with me and document all of it. Listen, I said I wasn't gonna bring food with me on the trip, but I'm not gonna starve myself before the trip. So I stopped and got an apple fritter at Mackinac Bakery. We're about to cross over Mackinac Bridge between the lower peninsula of Michigan and the upper peninsula of Michigan. When you get to the upper peninsula, the air just gets fresher. It just smells like up north, like trees, cedars, pines. It's the best, and we're about to be there, so let's go. What is this? Looks like they put an extra donut in my bag by mistake. Mackinac Bakery. It is so good. It's literally the best apple fritter and the best donut I've ever had. It is coming down. If it rains like this while I'm hiking to my spot, it's gonna be a long, long day. We made it to the town of Munising. I just picked up my America the Beautiful Pass, which allows me to get into any national park in the entire country. And we're going to use this pass to get into some incredible adventures on this road trip that I'm going to be taking soon. And this channel is going to bring you along for the entire journey, and I can't wait. I just got out of my car for 5 seconds, and I got hounded by mosquitoes. Good thing I brought the DEET. All right, we've arrived at 12 Mile Beach Campground and Parking Area. I'm gonna park my car here. My first campsite is about 3 miles up the shore that way. But before anything, I've never seen mosquitoes this thick in my life. They're literally like hordes of them. And they are hungry for whatever type of blood I have. This will do just fine. Well, my friends, the time is now. The journey begins here on the North County Trail. Don't mind me. Just gonna grab the camera real quick. So in the Bible, in Psalm 23, David says, "You anoint my head with oil. My cup, it overflows." Back in their time, they used to put oil on sheep's head to keep them from banging their heads around and hitting it and hurting themselves because of the flies that would land on them. And right now, I'm begging God to anoint my head with oil because I need my cup to overflow, man. Flies are getting me. Here goes nothing. Woo! I literally have to take a bath. Ice bath. Freezing. Okay, now get me home. $20 sleeping bag. Why did I bring a sleeping bag for 20-degree weather when it's 90 degrees out? It's a great question. Voila. We're going fishing. I fashioned this face covering out of my t-shirt. Do I look ridiculous? Probably, but you know who else looked ridiculous? Bear Grylls. I feel like Michael Scott after he fashioned a scarf out of his cut up suit. To start, I got my telescopic rod. I got a Fire Tiger spinner on there. The minute you get by the beach, they just swarm you. The beach is officially ruled out for the week. That's just how it has to be, because that can't happen. I cannot be a part of that. So I'm gonna go upstream, up the creek. Gave it a good 30 minutes and didn't catch anything. It's pretty narrow back here. It's just a creek, it's not a river. So I'm struggling to find places to fish. So I think I'm gonna head back. I'm starving. And you know what they say in a race? A hungry dog runs faster. And that's how I feel as a fisherman right now. I'm starving and I am on a mission to catch a brook trout that I can cook up and eat tonight to give me some fuel. A lot of times fish will wait at the end of this because this is where little bait fish are running out into the big water. So I'm hoping something's out there looking for a little evening bite. Look how beautiful this is. It doesn't get much better than this. I'm just gonna accept the fact that tonight I'm gonna go to bed a little hungry, and then tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and try to see if we can provide a meal. I think we're gonna head to Mosquito River tomorrow, which sounds like a horrible idea, huh? But we're gonna go try to get them tomorrow. But right now, we're gonna try to run away from these black flies and head back to camp. Home sweet home. It was a frustrating day. No fish today, constantly swarmed by bugs, but there's always blessings to look at. I have a tent over my head. I have a sleeping pad underneath my body while I'm sleeping, a sleeping bag. I have clothes on my back. So there's so many things to be grateful for. And sometimes we can lose gratitude in bitterness, and we don't want to do that. So the cure to most things is gratitude. It's thanking God for the things that he's given us and not dwelling on the things that we don't have. So that's what I'm trying to do tonight, to realign my mind into tomorrow. When I wake up in the morning, there's going to be a nice cup of coffee waiting for me, and I am so excited. And I'm going to sleep so well. I'm thankful for you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the morning. The sound of the creek just running off in the distance is so nice. It's going to be a good day. Let's make some coffee. What? I cut this toothbrush in half so it's compact for backpacking. That's really nice. Can't forget the most important meal of the day. I have tears flowing down my face. That was powerful. Time to pack up camp and get on the trail. Well, the flies are back. I'm pretty thick, but this time I have a hood up. I just passed a couple backpackers that recommended Picardin to get rid of these black flies. I don't know what that is, but I think I'm gonna see if I can find something to keep these black flies away. I passed that guy and he looks at me and says, "Dang, dude, you're covered." And that made my skin crawl. And that's a little scary. I don't know what I look like right now. You do? Maybe it's bad. If they enter my car with me, I might just drive the car into Lake Superior and call it a day. We are at complete infestation times. Look at my backpack. Covered in them. Look at my car. This is a problem. Here's what I have to do. I just have to do it. The car is going to be full of bugs. 3, 2, 1. During this scramble, I cut my finger open on a fishing hook. So this is how this trip is going. Open the door and just hope and pray and drive with the windows down fast. Okay, let's do this. Are we ready? I don't know. Do we have to be? We better be. Ready, set, go. Get away from me, bugs. Get off me, flies. Get off me. I think I avoided the bulk of them. Oh, blood is everywhere. Okay. Those black flies are from hell. If I have kryptonite, it's those black flies, 100%. Like, backpacking and camping is a great time. I love it so much. It lights my soul on fire. That makes it really hard to go back out there and camp today. Truly, because it's just like, what do you do when you're swarmed by black flies? You cannot have fun. Like, there's no sightseeing when you're just covered with a storm of black flies. But good riddance, they're behind us now. Actually, they're still on the car. So I'm gonna drive a little faster. That place sent me through temptation like I've never experienced before. The food they had in there, oh my goodness. Danishes, muffins, cookies, candy, chips, sandwiches. It all looked so delicious, and I had to say no. Let's go catch a brook trout, because I'm hungry. We got a few things that are going to help us. We got this. It's got picarotin in it, which I heard keeps black flies away. I got a compact bug head net. That's gonna be awesome. And then I got these waterproof slippers that I'm gonna wear underneath my sandals that will prevent bugs from biting my ankles. And I got this cool sticker. Look at that. We are on the trail to Mosquito Falls. That's the first stop, is I want to show you guys this waterfall because it is incredible. Just a little update on my gear. Here's what we're rocking with. These are the new tires we got on. We got those waterproof socks with my pants tucked into them. So these are gonna allow me to walk in the water and not get too wet. And if these pants get wet, oh well, they're pretty quick drying. I look like a guy who's ready for some adventure. Brook trout are some of the smartest fish I know. They can hear predators like bears or humans coming along the bankside, so we have to be super quiet when we walk up to fish. See, brook trout fishing is such a chase. They like to hide at the base of where water comes crashing in from creeks or rivers or waterfalls. They love fast-moving cold water. And it's usually around a lot of branches, a lot of sticks, so the entire process of catching a brook trout is super tedious and tough. And that's kind of why I love it. It's a fun chase. Come on, fish. Take it. No luck here. Let's keep moving. You can see little brook trout jumping up, trying to make it upriver. Mosquito Falls, what a beautiful view you are. Fish on! Look at that brookie. We're on the board with the little guy. Look at those colors, just beautiful. And he's gone. Just had a pretty big strike right there.
That was a ton of fun. What a beautiful, beautiful area this is. Mosquito Falls. I didn't catch anything worth keeping, unfortunately. Hey, skunks off the board though. We caught a little baby one, which is always good to get started and show that there are fish in here. We're gonna keep on fishing and hope that we catch something for dinner. I'm currently well over a day since my last meal, since eating anything, and I could really use a brook trout. I shockingly don't feel too hungry. I don't know why. I know we as humans eat more than we need to, especially, I mean, in America, we eat so much. 3 meals a day is more than enough. Probably in Jesus's time, they were lucky to have 1 meal a day. So I know our bodies are made to not need food constantly, but I don't want to take the risk and end up getting sick or being dizzy and passing out. A hungry dog runs faster. Let's do this. This looks like a really good spot. There's gotta be a fish up in there. I might just eat him in one bite because I'm that hungry. Pretty fish. That's a little bigger. Let me get you out of here. It's starting to get really thick back here. I'm really hungry, and I know the consequences of me going home without any fish tonight. Not a bad spot. Parked up on a log. Starting to lose hope. Lost another meps. I think that's 3 today from snags. Oh, dang it. Just this little. All right, I'm about at the point where I'm just gonna munch one. No. But that's bait right there. Super unfortunate, but just didn't catch any. I might try to take a couple casts on the way back, we'll see, but it's kind of hard fishing when you're going with the current because typically you throw up river and you bring it in with the current because obviously stuff's moving with the fast moving water. So when I'm from behind it, pulling against the current, no minnow is like hauling upstream 20 miles an hour. So been a long time since I've eaten and this is getting really tough. But we're gonna make our way back to the trail and head to the car and get to our campsite tonight. Forgot my sunglasses on a branch along the river way downstream. That's a needle in a haystack. I see them. Needle found. I may not have caught a fish, but I did not lose my sunglasses. At one point when I was hiking back right there through the river, I sank down up to my belly button, and now that's kind of what you get for wading in a river without waders, right? On my first camping slash backpacking trip ever, where I did a road trip across the UP, Pictured Rocks took my lunch money. I went wading up the river just like I did right now. A huge storm started falling when I was far upriver and the rain was freezing. The entire way back, I shivered home. I think it was day 7 or 8. I got to the car, no dry clothes, no dry towel. Got in the car and drove 6 hours home, and Pictured Rocks took my lunch money. It's trying to take my lunch money. It's not gonna take my lunch money again. It's been a pretty tough trip. Sometimes you go on backpacking trips and there's trials and tribulations, and that's what we have here today. Between the black flies swarming me all day yesterday, no fish, the heat, I mean, there's a lot of things this place is throwing at me. But I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna keep pressing. And tomorrow, we're gonna catch a nice keeper brook trout. No more of these little bite-sized planktons. We're gonna catch a keeper, and I'm gonna eat it. and it's gonna be delicious. So some lessons to be taken away from that. Sure, it was miserable yesterday being covered in black flies, and there was times where I doubted whether this channel was a good idea, but the lesson to be learned is that we all learn from our mistakes. We learn from these trials. Perseverance is built, and when we endure those trials, we come out stronger. I belong West Virginia. I have officially gone 12 miles today. Yesterday I went about 8, so that's 20 miles total without a single crumb of food consumed. Whew, that's something. We made it. There are so many blessings to be thankful for today. The waterfalls were absolutely beautiful. Caught a couple brook trout, even though they were a little small. Beautiful fish. Just the colors on those brook trout are so gorgeous. Bug spray worked, which made yesterday and this morning really tough. So to find a solution to that was huge. I've been having some patellar tendonitis in my knees. It's also known as jumper's knee. And today my knees felt so much stronger. Yesterday they felt pretty aggravated, but today they felt great. So the blessings are just there to be counted. I'm gonna go eat, and let me tell you why. Number one, we still have to go see Pictured Rocks. The hike along Pictured Rocks is literally over cliffs, and it's just insane. But I don't feel comfortable waking up tomorrow and going to Pictured Rocks and doing that hike without eating for 2 days. And if I don't eat tonight, then we have to go to the Mosquito River in the morning for me to catch some fish, because I need to eat. So if I do that, then the video is just gonna be me bushwhacking through the river constantly. But I'm gonna go get a pasty right now. Fun fact about the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, it used to be huge in coal mining. There's so many mines scattered across the Upper Peninsula, and when these miners would go down into the caves to mine coal, their wives would pack them something called a pasty. Potatoes and beef and seasoning and just really good stuff mashed up inside dough. It's almost like a calzone kinda. It's so delicious, and it's a staple for the Upper Peninsula. So if you're ever in the UP, make sure you stop and get a pasty. Tonight I'm gonna go stop and grab one, and then I'm gonna wake up in the morning feeling recharged and go to bed feeling full, and we'll be able to do the Pictured Rocks hike tomorrow. Would I have liked to catch a fish? Yes, I would have, because that's the challenge I set out to complete. And unfortunately, sometimes you fail. But the good news is it's only a failure if you don't learn from it, if you don't grow from it, if you don't get stronger. And I definitely got stronger, grew, and learned in this process. For the record though, in a survival situation, I would have eaten all 3 or 4 of those brook trout I caught. They were small, but I could have eaten them and had some good protein and stayed alive. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Whoa, am I full. That was the best pasty I've ever had in my life. Hats off to you, Bear Trap Inn. Well done. That's a fine establishment. I feel recharged, redialed, fully fueled, and ready to attack the day tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be awesome. We're going to see the Pictured Rocks finally, and we're going to get some of the coolest views. Views that Michigan shouldn't have. It doesn't make sense, and I can't wait to show you guys. And tonight we're going to go check out another waterfall and set up camp somewhere. Let's do it! We are hiking to Miners Falls right now. It's a beautiful evening for a little hike, a little sightseeing. So we're gonna go to Miners Falls and check out the view, see what it's got. That waterfall was incredible. I was not expecting that at all. I was expecting some rinky-dink waterfall. I was honestly expecting something like Mosquito Falls. Not a big waterfall, but pretty. That was unreal. So cool. Just a beautiful evening for a hike. We're about to go catch the sunset at one of the most beautiful views that Michigan has to offer. Pictured Rocks is incredible, and we're about to get our first look at it. Are you guys ready for this? If you stayed this far in the video, you're in for a treat. Just wait, it keeps getting better. I hiked out to this beach tonight and we have camp set up. Camp is set up right on Lake Superior. There is no wind and it is extremely hot. It might be a long night, but we hiked 15 miles today and I'm exhausted, so I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Oh, it's 6:30 in the morning here. And it is so bright outside. I was not expecting this. But when you're on the beach, there's no trees to cover the sun, so it's just boom. And I slept without the rain fly on last night because it is so hot. There's not a single mile per hour of wind right now, so it's just humid and hot, and I didn't sleep very well. But that's okay. We're gonna pack up camp, maybe get some coffee, try to get our day started early, get over to Chapel Beach, catch some cool views, and have some awesome adventure today. Let's do it. I just stopped at the hardware store, little bait shop, and met a guy named Colton who gave me incredible fishing advice, gave me multiple rivers that we can go up the road and hit. It was a really cool interaction, man. I saw Jesus in him, and I told him that and asked him if he'd been following Jesus, and he said, yeah, he just got into it. So it's just really cool to see the Holy Spirit working and just see the Holy Spirit living inside of someone so evidently after he just started following Jesus and got married last week. Like, that's powerful. We have some incredible waterfalls, beautiful peaks, awesome views, and hopefully some trophy brook trout ahead of us on the agenda today. It is gonna be awesome. Let's go. We have 3.5 miles to Chapel Beach, where we will be setting up camp. We will leave our bag, our tent, everything that's heavy right here on my back. We'll leave it there set up, and then we'll take a day pack along the North County Trail, which goes over the ridges and beautiful views of Pictured Rocks. We're gonna see some incredible stuff. There's a storm coming around 4 or 5 p.m. Looks like a little scattered thunderstorms. So we're gonna have to be prepared with our rain gear and be prepared to take cover if needed. When we make our way to Chapel Beach, we're gonna run into Mosquito Falls, which is gonna be beautiful. I've never seen it before, so let's do it. Along the trail, we found an overlook over Chapel Lake. Just a beautiful view. This ravine down below runs out to the lake, it looks like. There's some waterfalls, some caves down in there. This reminds me a little bit of Lake of the Clouds in the Porcupine Mountains. We are not very far into this hike, and I am already sweating buckets. It is so hot out here. And I'm wearing all black and it's toasty, but it feels really good. I can't even explain to you guys how much I love the lifestyle of backpacking and how good it feels when I'm on a backpacking trip. Like how good my body feels from hiking 10 plus miles a day. You just feel so in shape and so cut and so lean. It's just a great feeling, and I think we as humans were made to live like this. I mean, you look back at Jesus's time and they used to travel through the woods and live on foot. And I feel like we have lost that style of life in our new society with so much technology and cars. And living like this, man, it just makes you feel alive. And that's why I love backpacking so much.
Check this out, guys. Chapel Rock. We made it to camp. Chapel Beach, campsite 1. It's a beautiful site. This place is unreal. We have a little river that runs right next to our camp. You really have to be careful with these ultralight tents because the fabric is pretty thin to conserve weight. So I go through and sweep out sticks and rocks that may puncture the bottom of the tent before I lay it down. I've had enough. I've been told the black flies are terrible down here. I have my bug spray on. Let's test it. Oh yeah, Lake Superior. We have lost pair of sunglasses where I came from towards Chapel Falls. There's a storm rolling in, I can hear the thunder. So I think today we focus on hiking around here and hitting the coast of Pictured Rocks, hopefully finding my sunglasses, and then just getting back to camp tonight. But right now we're gonna head back to Chapel Falls and see if we can find my sunglasses again. All right, did a loop around to Chapel Falls and no sign of the sunglasses. They must have fallen off my bag somewhere when I set my bag down. Now we're gonna loop around to Pictured Rocks and we are going to finally see the views that I've been raving about. Just soaring, dramatic cliffs that we are going to see the craziest rock fixtures and views that you could even draw up. So I'm pumped. Let's do it. It's so peaceful on the trail tonight. All you can hear is the birds chirping. No wind, no people, nothing. I'm the only one crazy enough starting a hike right now at 6 o'clock, especially when that hike is 6.5 miles long. I don't think I'll be racing the sunlight, but this may be a little slower because of the sightseeing and the pictures I'm gonna take. I could always start running if I had to, but with how out of breath I am right now walking, that might be a bad idea. Guys, I took a wrong turn. The sign said Chapel Beach, and I thought that meant Chapel Beach along the lakeshore, along Pictured Rocks to get to the campsite. But nope, it's a shortcut across the middle of the forest. Remember how I said it's a 6.5 mile hike? Make it 8. Maybe make it 8.5. Remember how I said sunset was not a concern? It's a concern now. But hey, I'm a believer that everything happens for a reason, and this is gonna provide some incredible views of sunset over Pictured Rocks. I had the option of just continuing on this shortcut to camp, but I refuse. I refuse to make us wait to see these views one more day. So let's go. There's cardio for the month. This place is trying to take my lunch money. This is how I found out too. Imagine I never checked and we just showed up at camp and never saw Pictured Rocks. I would be banned from YouTube.
What are you talking to? Now we go to Pictured Rocks. About 3 years ago, I hiked this very trail. I was such a different person. I was so inexperienced in nature. I was living for the world completely. I didn't know Jesus. I got to the end of this trail down at Chapel Beach. There's a choice you have to make. You can go through the Chapel Falls trail, which is the one we've hiked twice today, or you can take the shortcut trail back, and that's the one that I just made the wrong turn on. And I remember the entire trail was kind of like this, just going through brush, just complete bushes and vegetation. And minutes before going down that trail, I had consumed a substance that is legal in many states. I was just filled with panic and anxiety on that trail. I was so scared that bears were just gonna come hunt me down. I'm sure I have players who I've coached on here, or youth group kids who I've mentored on here, and I just share my past so much and all my experiences with the world because I'm very passionate about helping kids not fall into that lifestyle for themselves. Look at this. This is our first view from the top. That sunset is gonna be crazy. Are you ready for this? Alright, we're gonna try to get a better view. This is kind of dangerous. It's very steep here. Very steep. But the view, is it worth it or what? No room for slipping up here. Wow. I am out at the very tip of this rock that I was just showing you guys a minute ago. This is insane. Oh, my heart is racing. One slip and it's over. Every hiker knows there's always a little tiny path that leaks off to some incredible view, something that's a little dangerous. The explorer in me, the adventurer in me, can't help but go down that path every single time. I'm gonna try to fly to the different spots and show you more incredible views, and hopefully we get a beautiful sunset right over Pictured Rocks. Wow, that's really cool. That is the rock that I hiked out onto. Check out those massive rock fixtures. You want to see something cool? Stuff, God. Don't look down. This is the glory of God. I just can't get enough of that. That was so hard to walk away from. It just kept getting better. I just slid from the top of this cliff down the wall. Felt like Indiana Jones. This is living. We made it. Well,
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that tonight. That was awesome. Right when we got back to camp, I dropped everything and sprinted to the beach in my underwear, dove right into that 50-degree water, and loved every second of it. We hiked 20 miles today. That's got to be the most I've ever hiked in a single day. Almost a marathon, man. But talk about an incredible sunset, incredible views. Pictured Rocks is so cool, so breathtaking, and just to see God's glory and his creation like that is so cool. But I'm gonna lay down and get some rest now because my legs are exhausted. I'll see you guys bright and early in the morning. Good night. Good morning. I slept in till 8:15 this morning. Usually when I'm camping, it's really hard to sleep past 6:30 a.m. My legs really needed this rest. Let's get outside and make some coffee and feast on the Word of God. I'm gonna read from John a little bit. It's delicious. That'll warm the soul right up on this chilly morning. Another morning backpacking, another morning of tears shed to the Bible. He just loves us so much. He's gentle and lowly, he's meek, he's kind, he's loving. And never forget when he says that he will be with us till the end of the age. Wherever we go, he will be with us. And he's here right now. His peace is so good. His love is so good. It's everything I could ever need in life. I'm so thankful for him. He saved my life. He is my best friend. Got camp packed up. We are getting ready to hop back on the trail, and I have some beautiful ibuprofen in my hand that are going to save my life on this trail because my legs are beat after the 20-mile hike yesterday. 3.5 miles back to the parking lot and get to fishing. We made it back to the car. We finished up our 3.5 mile hike back. No sign of the sunglasses again, unfortunately. But hey, what are you gonna do? We are now going to look for some brook trout streams and see what we find. Like I said, GoPro is out of commission, so I'm gonna bring you along as much as I can. I'll show you the results. How about that? Northern UP is just littered with creeks and rivers, and we're gonna hit one of the main roads and just drive and look for rivers as we go. I treat this Camry like it is a Ford F-150. Come on! Holy smokes. This is crazy. Colton, the guy that I met at the sporting goods store yesterday, said to follow M28, and there's multiple creeks and rivers that have brook trout, and we're starting at Creighton River. So we're gonna pop in here, see what we can catch, see what happens. I just parked my car near the side of the road right here. If I get into anything big, you'll be seeing videos of it. See if we can get into some brook trout. Let's do it. If only you guys could have seen what I just went through for the past 2 hours. That was the most ridiculous fishing adventure I've ever had. And I'm not saying it was entertaining because of the fish I caught. I caught a total of 4 brook trout, and none were even close to being a keeper. I did catch my biggest brook trout, which was probably 7 inches, 8 inches or something. The entire time, this river is like 5 feet deep, if not deeper, at everywhere you walk. So up to the bank, it's like 5 feet. And I'm like up to my neck swimming in this water, trying to wade and cast, and there's hordes of mosquitoes hounding me. Like, this is the most ridiculous thing you can imagine. This needs to be in a TV show, what just happened. Even if I had the GoPro with me, you wouldn't have seen anything because you would have been underwater while I'm trying to swim and keep my head above water while casting and swatting mosquitoes from my face. Speaking of which, there's a horsefly right there. There was a lot of crazy things that happened in this trip, and I hope it was entertaining. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I have a long drive back down to the lower peninsula now, and I'm gonna get after it. But until next time, I will see you guys on this channel, and there's plenty of adventure to come. And whether things go as planned or not, either way, I tend to get myself into some funny predicaments.
And I have no doubt that those are gonna keep on coming with every adventure that we take. Thank you guys for watching. Have a blessed day.